So it's interesting when I was taking that Pine Barrens video the other day, and I think it was in Deer Park, I was saying how I think News 12 should go into the woods and talk about the Pine Barrens. Well, sure enough, they did a story today in the Pine Barrens about the hills at East Quogue, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to read you the story, and then you can watch the video below. I'm not going to play it because of copyright, obviously. Try not to do that. So I'll just read this to you, and then you can watch the video in the link below. Here it says, East End environmentalists are demanding a review of a proposed mega golf course in East Quogue, saying it's a threat to water quality. Developers who wanted to build a mega golf resort called The Hills on hundreds of acres of protected Pine Barrens in East Quogue, but were denied by the town of Southampton, are back with a new proposal that environmentalists say looks exactly the same. Dick Amper, who heads up the Long Island Pine Barrens Society, says Arizona-based Discovery Land Company cannot, under state law, build on the property without the approval of the Pine Barrens Commission. The commission was set up to protect land directly over Long Island's sole source drinking water. The developer wants to build it 118 homes and a massive golf course on 600 acres of Pine Barrens. The Pine Barrens Commission met Wednesday and is expected to send a letter to the developer asking for details regarding the proposed project. And News 12 did not immediately hear back from Discovery Land Company for comment. So let me take you into Google Maps, and we'll take a look at the area that this development is being proposed in. First, I'll give you the larger view. This is the Pine Barrens area right here. It just disappeared. Here it is back. It's back. My computer's just being slow. This is the whole area here is the Pine Barrens area, and this is where they want to build it. So you could see this is not an area that should have a development in it, obviously, because it's in the middle of the Pine Barrens. And that's why the Pine Barrens Commission should rule on it. But they've been very stubborn, Discovery Land Company. They keep wanting to build this. They own this property, and they keep wanting to build here, even though a lot of people are against it, even though this is really a classic case, as I've said before in previous videos. This needs to be seized under eminent domain because it's the drinking water, and you have to protect the drinking water, and you have to protect the woods, and that is paramount. And that's much more important. And I think, like I said, they should be seized. Eminent domain should be used to seize this land. So this is the land here where they want to build it. And you can see it's Pine Barrens here. You can see, let's see, we can zoom in here, and you can see all the pines here in this area. So it's Pine Barrens. There's some sand hills here too, which are naturally occurring due to the glacier, similar to these sand hills at Rocky Point. And like I said, I've never been in here. And when I watch the news story, you'll see that they have it all fenced off. So now they know that they say trespassers will be arrested and charged. So that's their way of keeping the environmentalists from getting to the property to document species. So you can see it's mostly pines here. However, they were affected by a southern pine beetle outbreak or something. But it looks like maybe some of the pines might be growing back. So maybe they're growing back. I don't know, but according to this, it looks a little better than it did before. So maybe the pines are growing back. Maybe it was. I don't know. There was a southern pine beetle outbreak here, but it looks like here's where it was. Let's see, but it affected all these trees. But luckily, I don't think it was a wildfire. I think that looks more like a southern pine beetle outbreak. But this is the area that it is involved in. So this is in East Quogue, and we can go into the street view and. Oh yeah, see here's some trees that are getting affected by southern pine beetle over here. See, Long Island, we have so many problems with it because we don't have the fires, which I'm going to talk about in another video. We don't have the controlled burns. So this is Spinney Road here, very rural area. See just some small houses. And we can take the street view up to show you the area. Yeah, we're at the end already. So this is the end now. Where they were, it looked like... there was a big fence there, so I don't think they were walking in the Pine Barrens somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe they were on the property. I don't know. But there was a big fence that they had up there. Yeah, I don't know if you can even get access in here anymore. This is a place I wanted to check out myself. I'm not going to be intimidated by some stupid signs. We have a right to check this land because this could all be gone. This is all going to be gone. They want to knock most of this down and build a golf course, which we don't need. We already have golf courses on Long Island that are closing down, and we don't need another golf course here. So I'm hoping the Pine Barrens Commission gets involved and says no, can't build it. And like I said, I think this is a case. This is another example of the state failing to do it. This is such an important area that if I was the governor, I would have seized this for eminent domain. Eminent domain can and should be used to preserve vital land that needs to be preserved. And this is a classic example of it. So you can see this is all in the Pine Barrens here. Again, a very lightly developed area. Not too much. There's some, like I said, you have some towns over here, but this is all Pine Barrens over here. I'll show you Sunrise Highway, what it looks like as well. So this is an important area that needs to be preserved, and I'm glad News 12 was doing reporting on it, and they actually went in the Pine Barrens, and give them credit for actually going in there. So this is what it looks like here. It's all pine. It's kind of a cloudy day. Let's see if we can get a better view here. Let's see if we can get a better view. Clearer. Need a clearer day. Let's see. That one looks pretty. Yeah, here we go. This is what it looks like after the snow. So this is all Pine Barrens over here, and it's beautiful. And look at all those great shapes right here. And again, this is the middle of the Pine Barrens. It needs to be protected, and that is overwhelmingly important. So I'm hoping and praying the Pine Barrens Commission does the right thing by denying this project once and for all, and that's it. Once they do, that's the end of it. And I don't care about the rights of the developer. The rights of us Long Islanders to have clean drinking water and a clean environment are more important than his profits. So that's going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you for watching. I'll keep you posted on what happens with this project. But again, this is a beautiful area here in the middle of the Pine Barrens here, and this needs to be preserved. And I'm going to keep speaking up about this. I'm glad the Pine Barrens Society is also involved in this. The hills we need to be done with this once and for all, and the Pine Barrens Commission needs to come in and say, no, you're not going to build this. And I hope they do. I really hope they do. If they don't, then it shows that they're very corrupt, and we'll have to keep fighting. But we're going to keep fighting against this project for sure. Anyway, thank you for watching, and take care.